that Nigeria has also lifted the no flying zone ban, and it shows that ECOWAS now the junta in Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali needs to now take action to show their readiness to actually return to ECOWAS and withdraw their letter of exit.
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, my name is Mamri, and you are very, very welcome. We're going to talk about ECOWAS, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali once again. Nigeria, as you heard, has finally lifted the sanctions on Niger. Why? Because Nigerians took to the street to demonstrate, scream that cost of living is very high. In some areas, they don't even get the food to buy. Why? Because we used to trade among ourselves. Bear in mind, it's not only Nigeria. This sanction is affecting the whole West Africa and more. Beginning of this sanction, we were all screaming, shouting that this thing that they are going to do, it will not affect the people at the top. It will not affect the people in America or Europe. It will affect our own people. And they were not listening. They were not listening. They put the sanction anyway. But thank goodness they did not go to war. Due to us shouting online and a lot of people, they didn't go to war. Imagine if they should have gone to war, if they should have gone to Sahel and attack our neighbors, our brothers and sisters, what will happen today? Thank goodness, now they came back to their senses because the junta want to leave ECOWAS. They want them back. They want them to withdraw their letter. And maybe behind the scene, they also says that unless you leave the sanctions, we are not coming back. We are not children. So now they have lifted the sanctions, all the sanctions, by the way. So we can all benefit from each other. This is how it's supposed to be. Please let's listen to this brother in Nigeria, and I'll be back.
This country is bleeding. This country is hurting. This country is angry. People are suffering. No one can afford 3 square meal, even 2 square meal in our dear country today again. Inflation on all goods, inflation of foods, inflation of cement, inflation of cloth, inflation of motors, inflation of bikes, inflation of transportation from one point to another.
Everything is expensive. There's nothing we want to do in Nigeria that we can do with ease. We just hope things get better. Even our parents are complaining. People want to go to school, but there's no money.
I was thinking, if Nigeria is feeling this way, what about the rest of the countries? What about the rest of Africa? Nigeria, with all the resources that they have, the oil, the gold, all the minerals that they have, the population that they have, how can this country be suffering the way they are suffering? How can important people be running away from their own country? But anyway, let's come back to the point, the reason why I'm making this video. ECOWAS has decided now that the sanction is not just affecting Niger, it's affecting all of them. We are all crying because of cost of living. Throughout the world is suffering about cost of living, but in Africa is too much because our own food that we eat, many people cannot afford to buy because we stop trading among ourselves. So I'm so grateful that ECOWAS has come back to their senses. They have lifted the sanctions. Nigeria has opened all the borders, sea, land, and all over, so we can all enjoy our neighbors, our brothers and sisters. And I hope they have learned a valuable lesson that when your children are stubborn, it doesn't matter how you are, you don't push them away. You talk them through. You ask them to come back. You don't punish them because some of them, when you punish them hard, they will leave you and never return. Now it's left with these three amigos, three musketeers, as I call them. It's left with them whether to come back or not because the aim of lifting these sanctions is for them to come back. They are happy doing what they are doing. They are showing Africa that yes, we can truly liberate ourselves. It's a lesson learned, and I hope our leaders has learned something from these three people. They stood on their ground and they fought and they win. Let's listen to this lady. I'll be back. Thank you.
Calls from different quarters for Nigeria and indeed Ecowas to lift sanctions imposed on these Ecowas countries?
I think I would say the importance of this is the fact that ECOWAS is taking its word of remaining united very strongly, and we have seen the action and even the action that Nigeria has also lifted the no-flying zone ban, and it shows that ECOWAS now the junta in Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali needs to now take action to show their readiness to actually return to ECOWAS and withdraw their letter of exit.
Yes, ECOWAS is serious about uniting the West Africa bloc, but they weren't serious before. They were listening to their masters and they wanted to go and attack their neighbor, their brothers and sisters, which is Niger in particular. But now they have learned a valuable lesson. We should all stand on our feet. I have learned from these few weeks, or let's say few months, that Africa can truly liberate itself. Africa can have the freedom that it deserves. Africa can be rich and not poor. If our leaders can be brave enough to stand and say, no, enough is enough, we want to be on our own, we will suffer the wrath. But at the end, we will be victorious, we will be successful, just like these three amigos. They have successful. They have successfully won against all odds. France has left them alone. They choose their own partners, which is Russia. I mean, some of them, Germany is crawling back, whether they will accept it or not. But then now they have the power to decide on what to do and do it themselves, and no one can tell them what to do, including ECOWAS. Now it's left with them to decide whether to go back or not. Finish.
For more on this.
We should
Moyo, tell
learn
us,
from
what
this.
the import
We
of
should
this
learn from
is
the,
and
as we were
the link
saying from
between
the
it and
beginning,
the
that
calls
the
from different
rest of
quarters
Africa
for
should take
Nigeria and indeed
advantage
ECOWAS to lift
of these
sanctions
three
imposed on
amigos
these
and
ECOWAS
liberate
countries.
Africa forever. And they were not
I
listening.
think I would say the importance of this is
Now
the fact that
they have
ECOWAS
listened.
is
But it's good
taking its
because
word
they
of
have
remaining
teach the
united very
world a
strongly, and
lesson
we have seen the
that
action and
yes,
even the action
Africa
that
can do
Nigeria has
it.
also lifted the
We don't
no-flying zone
know
ban,
what will
and it
happen
shows
next,
that
whether they will
ECOWAS
go back or
now
not,
the
but we'll
junta
watch
in Niger,
and we'll see
Burkina
what will
Faso
happen
and
in
Mali
these
needs to
coming
now
weeks
take
and
action
months.
to show
Thank
their
you so
readiness
much
to
for your
actually
time. I
return
do
to ECOWAS
appreciate
and
you. If this is your first time, you are very, very welcome. My returning subscribers, I'm so grateful you are all here. Those who are passing by, please consider subscribing. I share traveling and African news through life stories. If anyone has a story that will change life, please contact me. Let's talk about it. Let's share it to 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 me. I mean, to help others, because not what you think is only you going through. A lot of people are going through the same thing, and we can all help each other. Africa, we should stop the hate and love one another. I've experienced something that I will be sharing with you soon. We should love one another. The hate is too much. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you. Like the video, share, and subscribe.